Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to JWE Friday Night Eclipse. Tonight we're in San Antonio, Texas, where we continue the celebration of our 50th week. We are incredibly thankful for all of the support, as we most likely would not have gotten this far had it not been for our amazing fan base. Get ready for a night of some fun and exciting matches, including our two champion gauntlets for the main events. Get yourselves comfortable and grab a snack, because this is our 50th episode celebration of Eclipse. And starting off our night with a Falls Count Anywhere match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Japan, Akane.
Introducing first, it is the Phoenix, Akane Owari. And her opponent, it is a swordswoman of the future,
And from Avalon, Luis.
Here we go, referee rings the bell. Akane immediately running towards the ropes, but Lucina preventing her from any springboard, as she now sends Akane to the outside and already beginning the Falls Count Anywhere. Rolling elbow connects, forcing Akane back up to her feet, kick to the chest. And a sit-out neck breaker. Lucina looking for the flying forearm, but Akane dodging that. Nice counterattack ending with the Enziguri. Gut-wrenching suplex twice. Now rolling Lucina around, trapping the ankle, and just putting immense torque on it. Lucina trying to throw Akane into the ring post, but instead throwing her into the ring. It works out with a springboard DDT. And a soccer ball kick right to the stomach. Akane with a clothesline in response. And here we go, the pin. There's one. Lucina kicking out just before 2. Akane now with some more stomps. And another gut-wrenching suplex. And again, just for good measure. There it is. Lucina, a nice reversal from the corner, tossing Akane into the corner that she trapped her in. Kick right to the ankle. And Lucina just really working on that arm. Not quite sure why. But hey, damage is damage, and a nice flying forearm. Going for the pin. There's 1. There's 2. Akane kicking out. And now sleeper hold. Lucina looking for the tap out. But Akane very easily, very quickly fighting her way out. Tilt-whirl arm drag. And now Akane heading up top. Perhaps looking for the Phoenix Splash. Diving corkscrew moonsault. Instead, there's 2 and Lucina kicking out. Springboard moonsault. And you know, for a Falls Count Anywhere match, this is certainly taking a lot. Or this is spending a lot of time, I should say, inside the ring. Which normally I would be a fan of, but not with this stipulation. Lucina going for the cover, there's 1, there's 2, and Akane again kicking out just at 2.5. Lucina again looking for the stomp. Akane turning that around with a reversal kick to the shin. And a spinning heel kick off the Irish whip. And the handstand moonsault going for the pin. There's 1. There's 2, and Lucina does not kick out. And yet another Falls Count Anywhere match that didn't really go anywhere. I don't get it. And now for our triple threat match of the evening. Introducing first. It is the Ultimate Coach, Nekomaru Nidai.
From Japan, weighing in at 268 pounds, Coach Nekomaru.
And for his opponents, introducing first, he is the Eggman.
From Authority Megacorp HQ, weighing in at 300 pounds, the Engineer, Dr. England!
Really pushing for that championship match. Or at least a shot at the championship belt. Didn't have a good match against Zenkichi, but did manage to defeat Kiryu. This goes to show how volatile this division can be sometimes. And speaking of, it is the Lone Wolf, Zenkichi Hasegawa. Here we go, triple threat match, but notably not a falls count anywhere. Meaning that to win this triple threat, it has to be done inside the ring. Eggman picking up Zenkichi in a neck breaker. Nekomaru looking for the springboard, but completely whiffing as Eggman goes for the pin. Hasegawa kicking out at 1. Eggman tossing Nekomaru into the corner, turning him around with one arm carrying him around. Zenkichi springboard flying forearm and taking down Nekomaru with that big boot. Nekomaru pull back into a shoulder tackle. Look for the clothesline, Eggman easily blocking that. And tossing Nekomaru over the top rope. Eggman with a kick to the gut. And a knee stomp. Headbutt to the back of Zenkichi's head. Picking him back up. Nekomaru's back into the ring. And Nekomaru with the clothesline. He was looking for it and finally hit it, and twice in quick succession. And now the double team. That partnership quickly burning out though, as Zenkichi tossing Nekomaru over the top rope. Eggman tossing Zenkichi into the corner before heading outside. Looking to go underneath the ring to find a tool, but Nekomaru putting a stop to that. Eggman with a reversal. And just driving Nekomaru into the concrete. Now Zenkichi joining the festivities along the outside. Planted back powerbomb. Now Eggman picking up Nekomaru. Just tossing him down. And very condensed chaos here as they're all within like 2 like 2 inches of each other. Nekomaru picking up Zenkichi, tossing him with one hand back into the ring, before quickly following Eggman, bringing up the caboose. I mean, of course he is. He's big and red. Zenkichi getting out of the way of that, out of the way of the people's elbow. Nekomaru tossing Eggman against the top rope, picking up Zenkichi, flapjack. And now looking for another people's elbow. Hopefully this time it connects. Indeed it does. Pin's not going to go very far as Eggman breaks it up. Zenkichi with the, Nekomaru with a rolling elbow, Zenkichi with a reversal, another rolling elbow, and an arm breaker as Eggman just tackles him down to the ground before picking up Zenkichi. Wolf tossing Eggman into the corner, staring him down, picking him up, setting him up top, but Nekomaru saving Eggman. And now dragging Zenkichi away from the ropes. Eggman saving Zenkichi. And tossing Nekomaru against the ropes. Dragging him away as the Wolf goes underneath the ring, picking up a kendo stick. And I don't know a lot about kendo, but I think that was men? Maybe? Am I misremembering that? Probably. Two men down. Eggman going for the cover against Zenkichi, but Nekomaru's going to break that up. And I just looked it up, and yes, I was correct. I was correct. That was what Zenkichi did a few months, about a minute and a half ago. That was men, so I guess I was right. Zenkichi walking Eggman over to the eastern ropes, before turning around and attacking Nekomaru. Weathering this 2-on-1 quite well. And sending Eggman tumbling to the outside, but Nekomaru with a face plant, going for the pin. There's one. There's two, and Zenkichi kicks out. Zenkichi with the hip toss. Or, yeah, with the hip toss, excuse me. Neckbreaker suplex into the backbreaker. And going for the pin, completely ignoring Nekomaru. Now Nekomaru rolling to the outside. Sliding back in, trying to create at least a little bit of distance. Picking up the kendo stick. Bash over the back. Breaking it in one fell swoop. The kendo stick, not Eggman's spine. Nekomaru with the reversal. Eggman back into the ring, but Nekomaru with the back elbows. Eggman turning that around with a headbutt. And now picking up Zenkichi. And the poached egg going for the pin. Nekomaru somehow to his feet in time to break that up. Eggman fighting his way down, tackling Nekomaru down to the mat. And a cross-by splash. Zenkichi tossing Eggman into the corner. Nekomaru looking for the clothesline, but Zenkichi ducking underneath that, but Nekomaru continuing the offense. And just a release suplex tossing Zenkichi over the top rope. This is not a Royal Rumble, my man. He didn't have to go that hard. Nekomaru with the backbreaker, going for the pin. Zenkichi's gonna break that up because, of course. Single arm powerbomb takes Zenkichi down and he rolls to the outside. Now Nekomaru heading to the outside, heading underneath. And I think that's a steel chair. Yes, it is. Zenkichi knocking it out of his hand. And a backbreaker. Eggman looking for the big boot. But whiffing, looking to toss Zenkichi back into the ring. Zenkichi elbowing out. Before tossing Eggman into the ring. Going for the cover, but here comes Nekomaru to spoil it. Zenkichi turning that around, going for a surprise pin. Eggman's gonna break that up. Irish whip into the suplex. Nekomaru picking up Eggman. Powerbomb. And the pin. There's one. There's two. No three. Eggman going for the pin. Zenkichi breaks that up. Springboard shotgun dropkick. Eggman rolling out of the way of the big boot. And now Zenkichi with the neckbreaker suplex into the backbreaker, trying to take advantage, but Eggman to his feet way too quickly. Now Eggman. The egg scrambler. And the pin. There's one. There's two. Nekomaru's not to his feet in time, or he is to his feet, but not in time. And Dr. Eggman picking up the triple threat win. And proving himself to be an even bigger threat in the men's Universal Division than initially thought. And next, it is a speed match. Introducing first, it is the Ultimate Supreme Leader, Kokichi, Oma.
115 pounds. Ultimate Kobayashi Omar.
And a speed match getting its name since each superstar only has 5 minutes, or the match has a 5-minute time limit, meaning that you need to put your opponent away, well, within 5 minutes. However, to compensate for the rather strict time limit, each superstar has been given the green light to hit 2, I think it is, finishers. I think it's either 1 or 2 immediately. And his opponent.
And his opponent, representing Too Cool from out of this world, weighing in at 150 pounds.
It is Sans the Skeleton. Go both men ready. 5 minutes on the clock. And referee rings the bell. Kokichi immediately running towards Sans, hitting him with the spear. Going for the pin. There's 1, there's 2, and Sans kicks out. Kokichi with the elbow drops. I know, with speed matches in the past, we've seen 30-second matches, and we've seen them go the entire 5 minutes. Just remembering back to, I think it was the tag team match between Kokichi or Antaro, and then the Phantom Thieves, when Rantaro hit Joker with the stunner that knocked him out literally within like 3 seconds of the match starting. So yeah, these are chaos. Kokichi rolling Sans onto his side, kicking him in the spine and going for the pin. There's 1. Sans kicks out at 1 this time. Sans with the reversal. And a small package driver going for the pin. 1. Kokichi kicks out. Now Sans taking out Kokichi. Face trap, armbar. Trying to make him tap out, but Kokichi fighting out. Sling blade. And now Kokichi in the corner lining up. Another spear. And going for the pin, there's one, there's two, and Sans gets his shoulder up at 2.9. Just go downstairs. Now Sans the pin, there's one, there's two, Kokichi kicks out. And now Sans exposing the top turnbuckle. A bit out of character. Tilt-a-whirl armbar looking for another submission, but letting go immediately. I think the referee called for a rope break. And now going for the pin, but the referee too busy fixing the ring. Sans, you brought this upon yourself. There's the pin, but Kokichi kicks out at -5. 1 minute remains. Corkscrew tackle, Sans up top. And looking for the diving clothesline, but Kokichi getting out of the way. Sans turning that around with a reversal. 30 seconds. Now Sans middle rope. Elbow drop. And the pin. There's one. There's two, and Kokichi does not kick out. And with 10 seconds remaining on the clock, Sans gets it done.
Here is your winner.
And for our first almost said tornado tag. For our first tag team match of the evening, making their way to the ring with a new name. It is Ascension.
Handicap match. Making her way to the ring, the Queen.
Look at that girl there, hips, lips, and hair, walks with a flair like she just don't care. Nobody do her like she do her.
And this is going to be a little bit of a rematch from last week, but with one major difference. Their opponents are going to have one more teammate. Yep, this is a 2-on-3 handicap match. And their opponents. It is your women's tag team champions,
The women
the Cyber Idols.
Tag Team World Champions, the Iconic Duo.
Here we go, Nia and Hatsune Miku. The first two in the ring. Nia with only one partner, Hatsune Miku with two. As Nia begins with a neck breaker. And tossing Miku into the corner, tagging in Melia very quickly. And the double underhook arm drag into the double kick. And Melia the ground and pound. Looking for the stomp, but Hatsune Miku getting out of the way. Springboard double leg Pele kick. And now tossing Melia into her corner. Wrapping the arm around the rope. Pulling her away. And the hanging double drop kick, but Melia very quickly back up to her feet. Looking to knock Ibuki off the apron, but Ibuki holding strong. Tossing Miku back into their corner. Turning her around. And now doing the same thing that Miku did to her. Double underhook suplex. Nia looking for the tag. Hatsune Miku defending that. Now heading to the corner, tagging in Ibuki. Ibuki forcing Melia back up to her feet, tossing her into the Cyber Idol corner. And face first into the turnbuckle. And Ibuki the corner Hurricane Rana. Going for the pin, there's one. Melia kicks out. Now Poppy tagged in. The Cyber Idols using their advantage to their advantage. Tiger suplex, and here comes Nia back into the ring. Nia heading up top. Elbow drop connects, and now going for the pin. There's one, two. Way too close for comfort. Nia tossing Poppy into the corner. And now the hanging corner dropkick of her own. Half hitch knee raises, and now tagging in Melia. Melia the double leg dropkick to the spine. Forcing Poppy back up to her feet, looking for the clothesline, but Poppy pushing that away. Enziguri, and now the pin. There's one. Melia kicks out. Now Ibuki tagged in. Melia bouncing off the turnbuckle, turning that into a reversal, but Ibuki continuing the momentum nonetheless, continuing the offense, going for the pin. There's one, there's two. Melia kicks out. And now Miku tagged in. Tossing Melia into the corner. Ibuki immediately back in. And the double team attack. Hatsune Miku immediately tagged back in again. Kind of looking like the Harlem Globetrotters there. There's one. Nia breaks it up. Melia turning that around, knee to the back of the head. Stomp. And tagging in her partner. Nia with the recoil. But Miku back up to her feet. And now cinching in the headlock. Miku getting out of that, and Ibuki just drilling Nia with a hammer punch, or just because. Poppy going for the pin. There's two. Nia kicks out. Poppy picking up Nia by the wrists. Knee to the face. Stomp to the upper arm, but Nia kicking herself out. And tagging Melia back in. Poppy Hurricane Rana immediately. And Melia with a reversal very quickly. Trying to fight back here, but might be a little bit too late. The Cyber Idols very clearly in control, using the numbers advantage quite well. Tossing Melia back into their corner. But Melia tossing Poppy into the Ascension's corner. Top rope. Forearm connects. And now Melia to the top rope. Hatsune Miku trying to push her down. But Melia with a diving elbow drop. And now going for the pin. There's one. Poppy kicking out. Knife edge chop, and now tagging Nia in. Nia with the neck breaker. Going for the pin. There's one. There's two. Poppy kicks out. Melia accidentally getting in Nia's way. Nia preventing the tag. And a firm stomp to the chest. Picking the artificial blade up to her feet before taking her back down with the blackout combo. Poppy cinching in the standing submission attempt, and Nia's very easily, very quickly gonna fight her way out. And Poppy with the enziguri. And the pin, there's one, there's two. Nia still with the strength to get her shoulder up somehow. Ibuki looking for the wheelbarrow, but Nia getting out of the way, tossing Ibuki into the corner. Corner trapped kick, tagging in Melia. And now Melia going for the cover. There's one, there's two. Ibuki kicking out. And now Melia going for the pin. Poppy's flying in to break it up. And the Hurricane Rana forcing Poppy outside the ring. And now Melia again with the flying forearm. Nia looking for the tag. I don't think Melia saw it though. Still ignoring her partner. Knocking Hatsune Miku off the apron. Looking to go after Poppy, but Ibuki's back in. Melia wasted way too much time. Tag is made. Nia forcing Ibuki up to her feet. And now looking for the Gormati special. The 6-1-9. But instead of going after Ibuki, going after Hatsune Miku. Just go for the pin. Nia, go for the pin. Of course not. Ibuki with a hot shot, knocking Melia off the apron. Forcing Nia back up to her feet after that pile driver. Irish whip into the corner. And Ibuki with the bulldog, heading up top. But unable to prevent the tag. Ibuki with the reversal, sending Melia into the corner, tagging in Miku. And the tag team moonsault. Hatsune Miku going for the cover. Nia's gonna break that up. But just keep Melia in the ring and you should be fine. Don't get too fancy. But Melia turning that around, another flying forearm. But Hatsune Miku turning that around, dragon screw, Melia getting out of the way of that top rope moonsault. And sending Miku into the corner. Miku turning that around. What did I say now about not getting fancy? They are getting pretty lucky though. Keeping Melia trapped in the corner. Ibuki tagged in. I kind of feel bad for Poppy. She's not getting a lot of, she's not seeing a lot of ring time. As Ibuki going for the pin. 1, 2, and it was a good effort. But unfortunately, because Nia didn't go for the pin,
Here are your winners, the Iconic Duo!
that gave the Cyber Idols the perfect opportunity to pick up the victory, and that's exactly what they did. And our next matchup of the evening is a special guest referee match.
The following contest is a special guest referee match. Please welcome the special guest referee for this match, Reese Egg.
And the special guest referee of this match is Rise Kujikawa. Chihiro did a good job last time. Let's see how Rise does this time. And I think this is the most fanfare a referee has ever gotten in the history of refereeing. Anyway, for the competitors, introducing first, representing the Twin Dragons,
The Lucha Dragons from Tokyo, Japan. York Akane.
it is Yukiko Amagi. And her opponent, it is the Detective Prince, Naoto Shirogane.
And from Kobe, Japan, the Prince, Nomi Ebana.
And Risei rings the bell as we have our pherometer in the upper left-hand corner, as always, in these special guest referee matches. Naoto going for the immediate pin. There's one, there's two. Yukiko kicks out. And Naoto again going for the pin. There's one. Yukiko kicking out at one this time. Yukiko rolling to the outside. Rolling back in. Springboard up, Bulldog catching Naoto in a taunt. Going for the pin. That was a bit slow. There's one. Naoto kicks out. Naoto sending Yukiko for an Irish whip, uppercut to the stomach, and a clothesline. Naoto going for the pin. 1, 2. Wasn't sure if that was a 1 or a 2 until I saw Risei doing the peace sign. Naoto with the enziguri, knocking Yukiko off the apron. Risei giving them plenty of time. This is like the longest 1 count. And another 1 count. Naoto with a knee to the face. Risei pleading for them to get back into the ring, even though it's only been a 2 count. Super long count here, giving them ample opportunity to get back in. Yukiko with a pop-up. The pop-up punch, there's 2. Naoto kicking out. Our referee considering that inconsistent. Didn't notice anything particularly egregious with that count. Yukiko taking down Naoto, looking for the submission hold, but Naoto getting a toe on the ropes, and that was just enough to initiate a rope break. Naoto turning that around with a reversal pop, or a Superman punch. And the pin, there's 1, there's 2. That was really fast, Risei. Like, I know you got excited and all that, but that was... Gotta slow it down a little bit. Spear. And the pin. There's 1. There's 2. Okay, don't slow it down that much, though. And Naoto, a little bit annoyed at Risei. Corner hip attack, but Yukiko kicking out. Tossing Naoto into the corner. And a kick to the ankle. Risei back up to her feet. And Yukiko going for the pin. There's 1, there's 2. Naoto kicks out just in the nick of time. Pop-up punch again. Risei in good position. There's 2, and that seemed a bit fast to me, but our referee here in the booth considered that perfect, so what do I know?
Here is your winner,
And Yukiko Amagi picking up a singles win. Again, I think it was a little bit of a fast count, but it's fine. Who cares? And for our second tag team match of the evening, it is a mixed gender tag team match.
It's scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Creed brothers from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 128 pounds, Yosuke and
For the first team, introducing first, it is Yosuke Hanamura. And his partner,
representing the Lucha Dragons from Tokyo, Japan, CA.
it is Chie Satonaka. And this really should be a good match, considering that both teams are both consist of partners who are all in tag teams. You have Yosuke of Brosona, Chie of the Twin Dragons looking to get it a win after her partner got a win last match. And their opponents. Introducing first, it is the Ultimate Detective, Shuichi Saihara.
From Japan, weighing in at 128 pounds, one half of the men's undisputed hybrid, the tag team world champions, Yosuke
And his partner, it is the Ultimate Pianist, Kaede Akamatsu.
representing the Union from Japan, Kaiba Akira Masato.
Here you go, referee rings the bell. Shuichi immediately catching Yosuke with the neckbreaker suplex, turning him around. And immediately looking for the armbar. But Yosuke fighting his way out. Shuichi back up to his feet, both men looking for in-air drop kicks and both men missing. Yosuke rolling out of the way, wheelbarrow facebuster. And kicking Shuichi right in the spine. Stomping on the wrist. And tossing Shuichi into their corner. Setting him up on the top rope. And now looking for a high risk, high reward move here as they jockey for position on the top rope. Yosuke winning the fight with the elbows. And a top rope avalanche Hurricane Rana. And now tagging in Chie. Chie with a wheelbarrow going for a pin. There's one, there's two. Kaede kicks out. It's didn't expect that to be a 2 count. Chie with a Hurricane Rana. And a kick right to the gut, forcing Kaede back up to her feet. Irish whip. Kaede fighting her way out. Irish whip and a punch right to the gut, with Chie turning that around with reversal. Kaede sending Chie into the corner, and a huge right hand for tagging in Shuichi. Shuichi with the facebuster, tagging Kaede back in. And Chie with the leg DDT. Kaede rolling to the outside. Chie with a suicide senton. And a standing shooting star press on the outside. Chie sending Kaede back into the ring, jumping in after her. And the pin attempt, there's one, there's two. Kaede kicks out. Springboard double leg drop kick, and now Chie. Missing the first enziguri. Connects on the second. And the pin, 1, 2, and Kaede will not kick out.
Here are your winners.
And Yosuke Hanamura, Chie Satonaka. They have a really weird chemistry. Sometimes they get along fine, other times they're at each other's throats, but this time they work together perfectly. And now the first of our 2 Gauntlet matches.
Is a Gauntlet match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. When one superstar is eliminated, a new superstar enters. Eliminations can occur by pinfall, submission, or disqualification. The match continues until one superstar remains, and that superstar will be declared the winner.
A 5-superstar Gauntlet match.
From the machine
between all former and current champions. Introducing first, it is 9S. Our inaugural Nexus champion. Excuse me, I forgot the word. Yep, our inaugural Nexus champion. Beating Nagito for it at Money in the Bank 2024. And held on to it for a long time before Sir Bones kinda sorta bent the rules. And I'm sure 9S hasn't forgotten that. And his opponent, oh how serendipitous. It is the one and only Sir Bones.
From the pits of hell, weighing in at 100 pounds, gentlemen,
Yeah, I'm sure 9S is gonna try to get revenge this match. Here go our first superstars in the ring. Both ready, referee rings the bell. And 9S immediately with the recoil. Going for the pin, there's one. Bones kicks out. Bones also a former Nexus champion, of course, taken away from 9S. Back when 9S was still in J Ramada. Trying to get Bones back up to his feet. Flying! Neckbreaker. But Bones turning that head crank around. And hitting a recoil of his own. Going for the pin. There's one. There's two. 9S kicks out. Bones with the arm breaker, stomp to the face. Picking up 9S with a knee to the bridge of the nose. And taking him down with the sling blade, going for the pin. 1, 2, 9S kicks out. Oh yeah, and one additional rule of these Gauntlet matches is that once you're in the ring, you cannot leave until you've been eliminated, or until you win. Just to keep up the energy. Bones heading up top, jumping down though, not liking his prospects. Bones forcing 9S back up to his feet just to kick him down with a kick to the jaw. Heading up top, corkscrew splash, nobody's home though. Nine-Nuts bouncing Bones off of his elbow into the ropes. And now locking in the Kojai clutch. And letting up. Interestingly enough, picking Bones back up to his feet, walking him over to the western ropes. And a huge lariat connects, going for the pin. 1, 2, and Bones does not kick out. And 9S will be moving on to face off against Nagito Komaeda. Nagito, of course, your current men's cruiserweight champion. Nidai immediately locking in the Kojai clutch, but referee calling for a rope break. Knee to the inside of the elbow. Knee to the back of the head. Nagito kicking out. Dragging 9S away from the ropes. 9S slow back up to his feet, but to his feet nonetheless. Nagito sending him to the corner though. Lining up. And I thought that was going to be more, but nope, just a knee to the back of the head. Work on the arm, left hand connects, knife edge chop. Now wrapping the leg around the rope. Irish whip. Rolling neck breaker. And now Nagito. Looking for the stomp, but 9S turning that around with an RKO. Now sleeper hold locked in. Did he deal enough damage? Nagito fighting out. Nagito the pin. There's one. There's two. 9S will not kick out. Now to the ring. Your current Nexus champion, the Blue Jay. Jaden Moon as Nagito immediately hitting him with a couple of forearms. And cranking on the neck. And a planted backbreaker, picking up Moon back up to his feet. And sending him down with a stomp. sitting him up top. Avalanche facebuster into the sit-out backbreaker and the pin. 1, 2, not quite. Looking for another stomp. This one connects. And the pin, there's 1, there's 2, still no 3. Picking Moon back up to his feet, but Moon immediately elbowing out. Now looking for the corner European uppercut. And the pin. There's 1. There's 2. Somehow that was a 3.
The next ball will win the match.
And making his way to the ring, it's Yosuke Kitagawa. And as the announcer said, the next fall will end this match. Yosuke going for the pin. 1, 2. Not quite a 3. Yosuke, your former men's cruiserweight champion, your former men's universal champion. Looking to get his hands on the Nexus belt once it transfers over to Monday. And the strong style knee strike. Dragging the Blue Jay away from the ropes, going for the pin. There's 1, there's 2, and that was a surprisingly short match.
Here is your winner, the Phantom Fox.
Yosuke getting the normal pick 30, approach, doing the normal pick 30 approach, and it worked. It worked. And for our main event of the evening.
Is a Gauntlet match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. When one superstar is eliminated, a new superstar enters. Eliminations can occur by pinfall, submission, or disqualification. The match continues until one superstar remains, and that superstar will be declared the winner!
And introducing first in this women's champion gauntlet, it is your current women's Nexus champion, Fiora.
And from Stillwater, the women's NXT champion, Arena!
And for her opponent,
Consequences from Japan, the Idol Nidai.
representing Harmonious Truth, it is your former tag team champion, or former women's cruiserweight champion, your first and so far only double champion, Sayaka Mizono. And both women ready. You're immediately taking Sayaka down with a spinning heel kick and going for the immediate pin. There's one, there's two Sayaka kicks out. Hitting up Sayaka and a double leg drop kick to the spine. Springboard moonsault missed. Dragon Screw takedown. And an elbow to the side of the head. But Fiora with the reversal with the Hurricane Rana. Kick to the spine. Fiora forcing Sayaka back up to her feet. Double stomp to the chest. And going for the pin. One. Sayaka kicks out. Top rope moonsault. And Fiora hitting the Hurricane Rana. Lining herself up. And the clotheslines. Running high boot. And Fiora dragging Sayaka away from the ropes. Elbow sending Sayaka back down. Springboard moonsault. Somehow connects. Standing shooting star press does not though. Sayaka with a double foot stomp. And Hurricane Rana of her own. In the corner up top. Looking for the lead assault, but nobody's home. And Sayaka tossing Fiora over the top rope. But can't get to her because, again, there's no exiting the ring in these matches. Unless you get flung out, I suppose. Fiora back up to her feet. Sayaka telling her to get back into the ring, and she does. Sayaka rolling out. But Fiora with a Hurricane Rana. And the pin, 1, 2. Saika kicks out. And Fiora dragging Saika away. Trying to flip her around, but Saika kicking her off. Again, look for the double stomp. Fiora getting out of the way this time, though. Double leg dropkick in the corner. And another mat toss. Going for the pin. 1, 2. Saika still kicking out. Springboard Bulldog, and now Fiora lining up the cartwheel drop kick, but Saika turning that around. Float over DDT. And the pin, there's 1. There's 2, Fiora kicks out. Saika turning her around. And the neck breaker going for the pin, but referee immediately calling for a rope break. Saika up top, turning around. And again whiffing. Now locking in the arm bar. Trying to make Saika tap. And she does. Fiora moves on. And her next opponent, it is former Cruiserweight Champion, Delta. Fiora beginning with a double foot stomp. Stomp to the Achilles. And I think, crucially, Fiora saved a finisher. So she might still be on somewhat even ground. Moonsault from the middle rope connects. And sending Delta crashing to the outside. Fiora just staring her down. Delta crawling back in. Fiora with a diving axe handle punch. And dragging Delta away. Hair toss. And now locking in the armbar. But again, getting called for a rope break. Delta getting her hands up to avoid the knee. It's a backbreaker, forcing Fiora back up to her feet again. But Fiora turning that around with a reversal. Double foot stomp connects. Now springboard moonsault. And a spinning back heel kick. Going for the pin, there's one, there's two, Delta kicks out. And now Fiora locking in another armbar. Will she get two taps out? Let's go the hold, interestingly enough. And immediately goes back to the armbar. Great programming. And there it is, there's two tap outs in a row. And up next, another former Cruiserweight champion, humanity's companion, Sophie. Sophie with a springboard handstand moonsault, going for the pin. There's two, and Fiora put up one hell of an effort, but unfortunately not meant to go to the final round.
Will win the match.
And Delta was still making her way backstage. That's how quickly that round lasted. Anyway, making her way to the ring for the final round, it is your current Women's Cruiserweight Champion and the hometown hero, Luxabor. Now Lexi going for the pin. There's one. Sophie kicks out. Lexi with a double leg drop kick. Sophie avoiding the stomp, but Lexi extending her for an Irish whip. Pop-up knee into the enziguri. Springboard flying forearm. And now heading up top. Looking for the heel kick, but nobody's home. Sophie with the basement drop kick. And a DDT, or reverse DDT, into the ground and pound. Lexi with the reversal. And Sophie catching that, but Lexi taking her down with a Russian leg sweep and going for the pin. There's one, there's two. But that does not get it done. Sophie with her Hurricane Rana and the pin. One. Lexi kicks out. Standing shooting star press connects. And Sophie with the clotheslines. Sophie heading up top, flying frog splash and the pin. One, two, and a kick out. Top rope again. Cartwheel splash and the pin. There's two, and another kick out. Top rope moonsault connects. Sophie trying again. There's two and still not getting it. Lexi with the reversal. Looking for the springboard. Sophie catching her from behind. But Lexi avoiding the elbow or avoiding the clothesline to the back. Looking for the enziguri. Sophie getting out of the way. Hurricane Rana into the stomp. Double foot stomp to the arm. Forcing her back up to her feet. And into the corner. Sophie pulling Lexi away. Corner backflip drop and the pin. 1, 2, and that's gonna do it. Sophie picking up a win in the women's champion gauntlet. And with that, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight. And hope to see you on Monday for J Ramada. Hope to see you next week, Friday, for Eclipse as we continue towards our next PLE against the odds. But until then, we are signing out from San Antonio, Texas. See ya.